Hi everyone, welcome to TeachTechPlay.
Hi, and welcome to the first ever episode of TeachTechPlay. I'm Michael Ha, and I'm one of the co-hosts for the show. I'm currently the ICT coordinator and a PE teacher at a school in Melbourne. TeachTechPlay will be a monthly show airing on the first Monday of each month at 8 o'clock Australian Eastern Standard Time. And my co-host Eleni is going to share a little bit more about what our show is about. So over to you, Eleni.
Thanks, Michael. Now, I'm Eleni and I am a Year 6 teacher at a school in Melbourne, and I am the other co-host for TeachTechPlay. So TeachTechPlay is pretty much an idea that Michael thought of and then got me on board. And what it is we want to share what educators are doing around the world in this little 3-minute presentation. So each month we'll invite, or you can nominate yourself to present at one of our shows, and you have 3 minutes to share something interesting that you are doing in your classroom. So it's just a bit of fun to share all the wonderful things happening out there. We know it's really exciting times for education, and why not share it with everyone through a hangout. So tonight we've actually got some very special guests. We've got Jim Sill, who's just arrived in Melbourne from South Australia, from South Africa. We've got Kimberley Hall from Melbourne, and Anthony, who is joining us all the way from London. So what we'll do now is I'll send you over to these guys and they can do a little brief introduction. So Anthony, if you want to just give a little introduction about yourself, that would be great.
Sure. Well, I'm the Senior Teaching and Learning Leader and ICT Leader
Can't
at
hear you,
St. Mark's.
Anthony.
Can you guys hear me now?
Yes, I
Shout
can.
out if you can. Okay.
Yep.
So if you missed that, I'm the Senior Leading Teacher at St. Mark's Primary School in Dingley, Victoria, and I'm Google Certified Trainer and love using technology with my teachers and students in the classroom.
Okay, and Kimberley, you're next.
All right, can you hear me? Yeah, excellent. Hi everyone, I'm Kimberley Hall. I am from Melbourne, Australia, as I'm very proudly displaying my image strategically positioned in the background. And I work for the Catholic Education Office here, and I'm a Google certified teacher and an authorised Google education trainer. And I'm very excited to be involved in quite a few of the EdTech team Google Summits, which I'm sure now if I hand over to Jim, he will say more about.
That's a perfect segue right to me. Thank you, Kimberley. My name's Jim Sill, and I'm Director of Professional Development for the Australia Pacific region of EdTech team. We're a group of educators that brings the Google Summits around the globe. We just had one in South Africa, and we're heading up Australia to Queensland for our next one this coming weekend. That's me in a nutshell.
Thank you. And now I also forgot to just mention, a part of our show is out to you as an audience. You can actually vote for your play king or queen. So at the end of the show we'll be sharing a link where you can vote, and if you don't get to watch it tonight, that's fine. You can share it with all your friends and you can watch it, and you've got till Friday 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to vote. So hopefully we can see who wins our first play king or queen. So first up today we've got Anthony, and he's presenting on Kahoot, which when he told me about it I was a little bit excited with the name. So Anthony will be sharing this. It's something he just learnt about, and it was something I'd never heard of. So he's got 3 minutes to tell us all about Kahoot. So Anthony, when you're ready, tell me and I'll start the timer.
Okay, sorry, just bear with me because I just restarted my machine and I can't bring up Kahoot. Does someone else want to go first, maybe?
Yeah, no problem. I'll jump in and I'll go next then. So I'll just share my screen. Where's my screen? 1 second. We had a minor technical difficulty before the show, so we're just trying to clear it all up. Alrighty, so I'll be presenting on QR codes in the classroom. So just let me know. Can you see my screen, guys? Let me know, someone. Yes, no?
Yes, you can, Eleni.
Perfect. All right. So I'll start my timer. All right. QR codes in the classroom. So I am currently, as you know, a Year 6 teacher, and I love to use a range of technologies in my classroom. So if you're wondering what a QR code is, it stands for a quick response code. Now, you may have seen these. They're becoming very popular in advertisements. These are just some that I snapped up around Melbourne on my Weet-Bix cereal. On a big football stadium. There was one outside and on at the station for food. So they pretty much send you to websites, text messages, videos, email addresses, anything you want. So it's just hidden in this code. So to get these read these QR codes, there are a number of QR code readers available from the App Store, and there's so many free ones. The one I use is called Enigma, and there's also a QR code reader, and as I said, there's heaps more there. There's also QR code generator, which is qrstuff.com. This is what I use to make my QR codes, and they're pretty cool. There's also more. You can also do it through Google Shortener, through Bitly Shortener. I'll also add this to my blog, so if you don't get to see it all. You can also do voice recording. You can make treasure hunt games. How I use it in my class is I pretty much have a welcome sign to my students' class blog or Twitter, so parents can see this on the windows. Another way I use it is at the end of each lesson, we always want students to reflect on their learning. So I've created these things called QR code cubes, where the students roll these and work and scan the code, and it has different questions on what they need to do. So a couple there I've got is I need to work on, so they're sentence prompts for the students to reflect on their own learning, and I can improve my learning by. So that's an idea that I have in using QR codes in the classroom. Another way is for reading cubes. So reading cubes are pretty much used in reading rotations where the students, the cubes are done at ability, so there are different texts according to their ability. So they roll it and there's 6 texts that they can choose to read from. Then I've also used them in mathematics where the answer is used through a QR code. So the students have to solve the problem, scan the QR code to get the answer. Also done a buddy scavenger hunt, which was quite fun, where the Year 6s took their prep buddies around the school to solve the hidden clues, and the clues were in the QR code. And with my students last year, they all created their own individual blog. So as part of their portfolio, they created a QR code to send home so their parents could scan that and get a link straight away to their blog. And here's just some more ideas. It's really anything you want. You can use them in any way possible. They're just some ideas. I've got about 10 seconds left, so I'm quickly trying to get it all through. But yeah, so if you want any more, it will be up on my blog. But use them in your class. They're great fun. The kids love them. And I think that's my buzzer. All right, now I've got to find the screen again. Hang on. All right, am I back? Yay!
Yes, you are.
All right.
Perfect timing there, Eleni. What a couple of great ways of using QR codes in the classroom. So hopefully, Anthony, you're back and you're ready to go.
Yep, should be good. So while I'm just preparing the screen share, which hopefully everyone can see, everyone needs to grab out their mobile devices or just open up a new tab and just go to Kahoot.it. So it's like KAHOOT.it. And when you get to that site, just type in the game bin, which is 7090. So can you guys just let me know if you can see that?
Anthony, just let me know when you want me to start the timer.
Yeah, we'll do. We'll just wait till we get a couple of players in the room. This is interesting to see what happens. So while people are just jumping into the room, I was over in Atlanta last week for the EdPuzzle conference, and this particular tool seems to be all the rage at the moment. I think a lot of keynotes that we walked into had a bit of a Kahoot running before, and just to sort of engage with the audience. So you can create online surveys, quizzes and polls, and it's a bit like an automatic response system in that you can set this up in your classroom and then give out the game pin to people welcome Jim and Kimberley, they're in the room. So if anyone else is watching at the moment, please jump in as well. I'll have as many players as we can. Thanks, Becca. Becca's in.
There's always sometimes a little bit of a delay with Hangout.
Those, yeah. Daniel's in. Perfect. I don't want to hold stuff too long. When the game does start, I'm pretty sure players will still be able to join the game as we go, so that'll be fine. And I thought it might be a good idea to have a couple of teaching questions, techie questions, play questions, since this Teach Tech Play. I'm getting about 9 players in here, so I'll go ahead and I'll start the game. And what you'll see on your mobile device, and then you can get ready to start the timer. What you'll see on your mobile device is 4 questions that you can answer with. All right, so here comes question 1. Okay, so who is credited for this quote? And you should say now, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. Who was it? You have 15 seconds to answer.
Anthony, I'm starting your timer. You didn't tell me.
Yep, you can go for it. Okay, so we have 1 answer there. I don't know who that. Or if you go on the next slide, we'll be able to see. It's West from Queensland is on top of the leaderboard at the moment. Let's go to the next one. So solve this equation by applying the principles of block maths. This is a teaching question. Let's see how good everyone's maths skills are. Okay, 4 by 3, take away in parentheses, 6 plus 3 plus 1 equals 5 answers. You have 10 seconds left. Unfortunately, you can't hear the best part about Kahoot, which is the music that you get when you go through these questions. Okay, time's up. The correct answer was 4. Let's see, Becca is on top at the moment, 675, closely followed by Eleni. We'll go to the next question. The most followed antonym for the word complicated is easy, hard, positive, difficult. How well do we know antonyms? 10 seconds left. Answers are starting to come in. So you can see the answers, how many people have responded as we go. Right, I'm going to cuff the time, bad luck. Alright, the answer was easy. Ooh. Let's have a look. Kimberley, yes, no surprise there. The grammar queen nailed that one, no doubt. True or false, the capital of New Zealand is Wellington. Bit of a geography question here. And go. True or false? Give me a couple of seconds to answer that one in. Eleni, how are we going for time?
You have got 1 minute remaining.
Okay. 1, Becca. Okay, which of the following is not a part of Penadruch's SAMR mod for technology integration? Is it substitution, auto-awesome, modification, or redefinition? SAMR model. It is a bit of a pedagogy question. Okay, 5 people got the answer in. Becca is on top. We'll skip through these questions there. Approximately how many megabytes are in 1 gigabyte? Get your answers in.
$25 seconds.
Okay, and Becca is on top still, closely followed by Kimberley. The following is an icon of which web-based tool. I'm going to give about 3 seconds to put these answers in so I can get to the end. This is an easy one, everyone should know that one. Prezi. Becca's still in the lead. What is the Konami code? This is for the hardcore gamers. This will separate the girls from the ladies and the boys from the men. Let's see if we'll get this one. Francis in there. Okay, coming back to the 10th question, Eleni. Oh, before that, in backyard cricket, when a play hits the ball, a fence is generally called what? Where do you know this one? Okay. Kimberley's taking the lead, And last question, who will be crowned the overall TeachTechPlay Slam King? Let's have a look. Oh, gee, that's not subjective at all. Okay, there's only one obvious answer there. 4-6 the click if you want the points. And Kimberley, congratulations, she's the winner, closely followed by Stella. And at the end of that, you can see the feedback and results. People can thumbs up or thumbs down whether they learnt something, whether they could recommend this. Someone's feeling sad, obviously, because they lost. Or you can rate how fun it was as well. So you can do that on your devices and you'll see this. So this tool is called Kahoot. So to play a game, you go to Kahoot.it. And to create your own game, you go to get Kahoot.com, completely free. You can insert images and videos into your questions. You can have up to 4 correct answers. You can export your results so you can, in fact, see how long it took each person to come up with the correct answer. And you can share and search for other games as well. And that is the slam.
Thank you, Anthony. That was fantastic. I let you go a little bit over time because I know how cool Kahoot is. And a big thank you as well, being all the way over in London on holidays, joining in for TeachTechPlay. I'm sure I'm actually really looking forward to using Kahoot in my own classroom. So now we're going to jump across to Kimberley. So Kimberley is going to share some little tricks and tips with us.
Okay, can you hear me? All right, well, Eleni made up the title of my slam, and so since Eleni made that up, I've come up with several of my favourite tips and tricks to share. So I'll just share my screen. Let's see. Okay. Can you see Kahoot now?
Are you just rubbing in that
okay,
you won?
Cool. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, did you get the one about the backyard cricket, Jim?
Yeah, that's the one I got fastest and the first.
Whatever. All right, so
let me know when you want me to start the timer.
Well, you know, based on the fact that Anthony just got heaps of extra time, you know, we might start the timer in 4 minutes' time. Hey, I'm joking. Totally make me go for 3 minutes, or I'll keep talking for the rest of the night. So start now, Eleni.
All right, go.
Okay, so I wanted to share a couple of my favourite little tips and tricks to make things quicker and easier for me using different Google products. One of my favourites is how flexible and adaptable the Omnibox is. So I can grab any movie or, oh, can you see me if I'm exposing my screen? You know, off my desktop or anywhere else, just drop it straight in here, and I don't have to. Oh, that's my school doing a flash mob. It's very embarrassing. I won't play that. But I don't actually have to look up any sort of media player. It'll just find something to play for me. Same if I grab a PDF or a PNG. This is in this case. Oh, look at that. That's the Melbourne Summit. Product placement, and it's done. All right, one of my other favorite things is that I'm like probably the laziest person in the world. And, oh, look, I did this before, so you can see here. I can't be bothered opening Gmail and clicking compose to write an email. So if I wanted to email Jim, for example, I just type mail to : and somebody's email address straight in my Omnibox, and it will actually open Gmail for me, and with a new compose window. So that saves me totally, you know, 30 seconds of my life, which is very valuable time. One of my other favorites is being able to search directly in a site without having to go to that site. So, I mean, who has time to go to the age.com.au, even though, you know, it auto-fills for me, so that's sort of ruining my argument. But anyway, what I might want to do, for example, is I might want to find out what's happening with Brian Lake, because that's all I heard about. Oh, look, that's my search before. It's great where it remembers it. So I just type in, you know, Brian Lake site : and whatever the website is, and if I enter now, it will actually give me search results solely on Brian Lake from the age. So you can see if I scroll down here, they're all from the age. So I could do that with somebody else. I just, what else is interesting is happening in the world? Let's actually do. What? All right, hold on, I'll stop talking then. All right, one of the other things I wanted to talk about which I showed Eleni recently and she got really excited about, is I know that people are still pretty in love with using folders in Google Drive rather than searching for things, and that's fine. But people get annoyed that when you put something in one folder, it's not in the other. So you can actually add things to multiple folders. If you're on a Mac, you hold down Option key. If you're on a PC, you hold down Control. Hold down Option. For me, I'm on a Mac at the moment. Click your name of your file, and then you'll see when you go to move it, it actually says to add rather than move. So then if I add it in here, you'll see here, it's now in places. Woohoo! Awesome. And finally, people are constantly sharing things and then saying, oh, somebody else on-shared it with somebody that they didn't want them to share it with. So a lot of people may not realize that down the bottom of your sharing settings, you've actually got this thing here that says editors will be allowed to add people and change permissions. If you change this, you can make it that no one else can on-share it, no one else can actually change the visibility of it or remove it from your folder. So,
That's
boom.
time.
Totally should have got extra time since Anthony got extra time, but whatever. I'm not precious. All right, I'll mute my microphone now.
Thank you, Kimberley. No, that was fantastic, I must say. When you showed me that I can add things to multiple folders, that blew me away. It's rediscovered my organization of my drive. Now, next we've got my other co-host, Michael, who will be presenting on EdPuzzle. So I actually have no idea what this is. We met earlier today and he said just wait and see. I shared my presentation, but he did not want to share his, so I'm intrigued to what he has to offer. So Michael's now presenting EdPuzzle. Let me know when you want me to start your 3 minutes as well.
No worries, I'll just quickly share my screen. Can you guys see that now?
Yep.
Yep, okay, you can start now if you want. All right, so hi everyone. The tool that I'll be demonstrating today revolves around sort of the flipped classroom model actually, because one of the questions that I often get asked is, with the flipped classroom model, how do you know if your students have actually watched the video? So this Web 2.0 tool actually provides a solution for that. It allows users to add interactivities to the video, things like audio notes, embed quizzes, and you can also actually track the progress of your students as well. So I've made an account here, and I'll quickly demonstrate how to actually add a video. So select the video. No, I won't do that. I want to create a new video, sorry. And I've found one here that I've made earlier that revolves around netball in PE. You can actually, so the first step is you can crop a video if you want. So it allows the user to make a video a little bit shorter for this demonstration. I'll just stop it there. Next. You can also add an audio track over the top. So as a teacher, you can explain what the video is about, but I'll skip that for the minute. Next. You can also add some audio notes at a certain time. So if I click on that, and I'll allow, this is a test, and you'll add the audio note in the video. Next, hopefully this doesn't take too long. How long have I got? Eleni?
1 minute.
Okay.
Just over a minute.
Cool. Okay, so now the next bit, I can add questions, which is the cool bit. I can add multiple choices, or I can add, okay, great. So I can add multiple choice question, or I can add some open answer questions. What game are they playing? Done. Continue. And if I want, I can add another multiple choice test. What color are the teams?
30 seconds.
No worries. Blue, red. Done. Save. Yes. I'll add it to a class. Save assignment. Done. The cool thing is I can prevent skipping when students watch a video, and if I quickly share my other screen in the last 5 seconds, Start screen share. Refresh. The students can start answering the questions and listen to some of the notes from the teacher. Thank you. Pow.
Thank you, Michael. That is actually pretty cool how you can add all of that into one video. So thank you for sharing that. That's fantastic. Now, one thing, Kimberley actually put the wrong flyer up for the Melbourne Summit. The date on that is actually the 22nd to the 23rd. This is a minor change. Just the flyer was wrong. So if you were excited about that, it's actually the 22nd to the 23rd of what month? September, I think. Is that correct? Yeah? Nod if it is. Yep, September. So next up we've got Jim, and he is a bit jet lagged, so we've got to give him benefit of the doubt. He only arrived an hour ago, so we really appreciate him joining us in for the first Teach Tech Play episode. So Jim, over to you. So let me know when you want me to start the timer.
All right. Well, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's fantastic. So I'm going to talk to you guys about Google Maps. So let me share my screen. I think there's so many cool ways to integrate geotechnology into your classroom. So give me a second. I'm going to start my own timer just to make sure Eleni's not cheating, and we'll go from here. Hold on one second. And let's see if I can
don't cheat.
I just want to be sure. All right, so hopefully you can see me. I can see you guys. So, you know, Google, you can go ahead and start. Google has so many cool ways of integrating Google Maps Maps or Geo into your classroom. I'll start first with this maps.google.com/gallery. These are amazing maps that have been created by either teachers or other outside entities to map some amazing spots or amazing events that happen around the world. Here's even the World Cup. Another piece that I think is really fun is the Tour Builder. That's tourbuilder.withgoogle.com. And this is the ability to kind of make what looks like a Google Earth tour, but it's all online. So you can add content, you can add pictures, you can add all sorts of great stuff just to have kids to be able to like walk through events that maybe you've built, either something that has to do with history or so forth and so on. The next piece is my favorite. One of my favorites is Maps Engine Lite. That's the ability to create maps collaboratively in the cloud. So, for example, here's a teacher that shared this with me. He and his students built this map about plate tectonics and being able to add certain layers with arrows and then actually highlighting some of the tectonics around the world. It's really cool. You can turn some of those layers on and off. So really love this. This is a Maps Engine Lite, and it's really easily shared, just like you would share a Google Doc. And so, but the piece I want to talk to you about the most is something I'm just now playing around with, something called Google Views, and the shortcut to that is g.co/views. And this is the ability to create your own street view. So people can come around and take pictures of places around the world and then upload them. And you can do that. You can take those pictures, like if you have an Android camera, you can use the photosphere option of your Android to be able to piece together pictures, 360-degree pictures. My favorite to use is this Ricoh Theta. It takes two 180-degree pictures. And so here's an example of my Google Views page. Everywhere I travel, I take these 360-degree pictures, and they're fantastic. But the piece I love is the ability to connect these images. So just like in Street View, I can select images that are within like 100 and 200 meters of each other, and then I can connect those like you would in Street View.
30
so here's
seconds.
An example. Oh, thank you. Here's an example of that. So these 5 pictures that I took, you can see the picture here. A is right here in the corner. And then I can actually tweak that just to make sure the view is exactly right. And it's really awesome. So you can have kids tell these stories with these 360-degree pictures and have them move around these images like this. Really, really cool. So there you go. That's Google Views. That's a new favorite tool of mine. I'll give you back that screen.
Thanks for that, Jim. Yeah, I remember you showing me the Ricoh camera in Melbourne, and that was just blew my mind when did that 360 view of the Yarra River. So
By the way, Michael, that picture is on Google Maps. If you actually zoom into that space and look in the photo carousel of Google Maps, you can see the picture that I took that day. It's really cool.
We're famous.
And we are.
Okay. Yeah, so that concludes our first show, but before I continue any further, Kimberley actually has something that she wants to give a quick plug to. So over to you, Kimberley.
Thanks, Michael. Yeah, I just thought it would be remiss of me not to mention when we potentially have a gathering of some fantastic educators from all around that the next Google Teacher Academy has applications have just been opened. So this one is in Sydney on September 24th and 25th, the 2 days after the Melbourne Summit. This event is actually being put together by NoTosh, so it's going to be a little bit different to the Google Teacher Academies that people have potentially heard about in the past. And they're really looking for outstanding educators, creative leaders, and advocates of, or ambassadors for change. So if you are those three things in your community or excel at one of those three things, then I'd really encourage you to check out the application and get involved in applying to be part of such a fantastic community, because it is a bit of a life-changing event, and you get to meet really cool people like Jim.
Thanks, Kimberley.
Thank you, Kimberley. Now, I'm just going to share with everyone my screen. One second, this one. And this is just the voting shortener. So it's just bit.ly, so bit.ly/episode1 voting. So we would love for you, if you have tuned in, to vote. Voting lines, well, voting is now open, and if you can vote till Friday, just vote once. Try not to vote multiple times. But for either Anthony, who presented on Kahoot, which I love to say, myself, I presented on QR codes in the classroom, Kimberley, who presented tips and tricks of Chrome, what else? Jim, who presented Google Maps, and Michael, who presented on EdPuzzle. So make sure you go to this link. If you get the link, it's also up on our website, which is teachtechplay.com. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you. Oops, hang on. What have I done? Oops, I don't want that. Sorry, minor difficulty. So we thank you everyone for tuning in. And Michael, do you want to say something to finish us off for our first session?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank again to Kimberley, Jim, and Anthony for joining us and showing us a couple of really cool tools that I'm sure that any of us will be able to take back to the classroom probably tomorrow. So thanks for that. And yes, Eleni said, hopefully you can all vote for your favorite presenter and see you next month.
And next month we are excited to have some other really interesting presenters. We're still confirming a few, but if you think that you've got something that you'd like to share, also just get in contact with us with our form on our website, and would love to hear from you. And hopefully later down the track we can also make different shows specific to different teaching areas, but at the moment, just as we're starting, we're keeping it nice and broad. So thanks everyone for tuning, and a big thank you to all our presenters. If you guys can just hang on so we can say an extra little thing to you guys. But thank you everyone for tuning into our first show. It will be up on our YouTube channel, so make sure if you didn't get a chance to watch it, or if you know someone else who would benefit from it, to pass it on. Thank you. See you later, guys.